Welcome to Coding Sahai. I'm Reshma. So in the previous video we discussed the flow of control, that is sequence, selection and iteration. So in this video we are going to discuss the selection construct if. So the topics to be covered in this video are if else, if elif and nested if. See, before studying if and the loops, please go and watch the video flow of control because the basics of if and the loops are explained in that video. So in this video I am going to explain the concepts of if condition along with two or more programs or examples. More programs will be explained in the coming videos. So let's begin. So before we start, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and share the videos. So let's begin. So the selection constructs. So first one, it is if statement, or we can say it is simple if. So it is used for testing a particular condition. If you want to check whether you are eligible for voting, okay, that is the condition for eligibility of voting is if you have the age greater than or equal to 18, that is your age is either 18 or greater than 18, then you are eligible for voting. So here we are checking if age is greater than or equal to 18. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then you can give a statement you are eligible for voting. Okay, so to do that operation we can use if condition. So here if condition, there is only one statement, that is if checks for the condition and if it is true, then the set of statements under that if condition will be executed. Otherwise the program will be continued. Okay, so if the condition is false, then the set of instruction under if will not be executed. You can see here if test condition, here we have a test condition. If it is true, then the set of statements will be executed. Otherwise, the set of statements will be ignored. It will not be executed. Okay. So let's see the syntax of if condition. So here I have written if in small letter and I have written test condition giving a colon. If and the test condition, whatever the test condition you are giving, that can be given here, then give a colon. So this colon is very important. So after each if statement, it should be terminated by a colon. So what does it mean? Colon specifies that we are starting with a block of statements. That is a block we are starting, and inside that one or more statements will be there to execute. So here you can see after this colon I am writing statement 1 and statement 2. So this is a block together and we have two statements inside this block. Okay. So this is important not only for if condition, for else, then for if, elif, then while loop, then user defined function. We are using this colon because we are starting with a block. Next we are coming to the next line. See, till now we have written all the statements aligned to the left. Everything in the same alignment we are writing, right? But here you can see statement 1 and statement 2 are not under if. It is not aligned to this letter I. Okay. It is taking some space. After that only we are writing statement 1 and statement 2. So this is known as indentation. In Python, indentation is very important. That is, if you are writing a block of statements, then from the first statement of the block, it should be indented from the left. That means 4 spaces must be taken from left to this one. Okay, so from margin the statement should be after 4 spaces. See, if you are using Python idle or any other professional Python editors like PyCharm or something like that, automatically it will give that space. Whenever you give a colon and press enter, automatically that indentation will come. But if you are doing in Python shell, like a core Python shell, you must give this indentation. So this is very important. So here how does it work? If test condition, you are giving a condition and checking whether this is true or false. So if test condition evaluates to true, then the set of statements under that if condition will be executed. So that is the working of if condition here. Here we don't have any other opposite condition. If the condition is not satisfying or false, then this set of statements will not be executed. Your program will be continued. Okay, so let's see an example. Okay, here I have written a program to check whether you are eligible to vote or not. Okay, so here it started with age equal to int input, enter your age. So here we are inputting some age which may be greater than 18 or equal to 18 or less than 18. Suppose age is 20. You entered 20. Then it comes to this statement if age greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so here age greater than or equal to 18 means 20 greater than or equal to 18. So whether it is satisfied? Yes, 20 is greater than 18. So it evaluates to a value true. So here it is true. So the statement print you are eligible to vote will be executed and it prints the output you are eligible to vote. Okay, so here you can see I have given a colon at the end and from left 4 spaces are given and the print statement is written here. Okay, suppose you are giving age as 14. Okay, so here we are checking whether 14 greater than or equal to 18. 14 is not greater than or equal to 18, so it evaluates the result false. So this is not satisfying. So whether this statement will be executed? No. Python interpreter will not enter into this line because this is not satisfying. So suppose if you have some set of lines after this one, not under if condition. See, here I am writing after print statement but not under if statement, then that set of statements will be executed. Okay, so if the condition is true also, if you have some set of statements here after print statement not under if condition, that will be executed. If the condition is false, then this statement, this print statement will not be executed, but the statements after print which is not under if condition will be executed. Okay, let's see another example. Here you want to check whether the entered character is a space or not. So let's see now in Python editor how it works. Program to check whether the entered character is a space. Okay, var I am giving the variable var equal to input enter a character. So input operation is finished. Now we have to check whether it is a space or not. So for that, if var double equal to I am giving space. Space can be represented inside single or double quotes and give a colon and press enter. See, you can see automatically cursor is coming here, not in the extreme left. It is leaving some space and blinking here. So here you are supposed to type the next statement. So here I want to print the entered character as a space. Okay, so here only one statement is there. Suppose if you want to write some more lines, not under if, like program is outside if or something like that, if you want to give, then here see when you are pressing enter key, again it is coming after indentation. That is cursor is not in the extreme left, right? So just press backspace, so it will go to the extreme left. So out of if you want to type something, for example, I want to print it as we are out of if. So let's see the output. So first let's save it. Let's run the program. Okay, so in the prompt it is asking enter a character. I want to check whether it is a space or not. So just press the space bar there. Press space bar, I am giving one space and press enter. The entered character is a space and we are out of if. So here the program worked properly. Enter a character, you entered a space, that is you press the space bar and so it is printing the entered character is a space. So that is working. One more time, let's run this program. Okay, so click on run and run module. So it is asking enter a character. So I am going to enter Q and press enter. See, it is printing we are out of if. You can compare both the outputs. Before I input a space, so it is giving the entered character as a space, and after that we are out of if. Now I entered Q, or it is not entering into if. After if, whatever the statement is there, that is we are out of if, is printing there. So when you did all these programs, you may had a feeling that this program is like incomplete. The program is actually completed, but the thing is you need some more things should be displayed, right? For example, to check whether you are eligible to vote or not. See, if your age is greater than 18, then it will give the message you are eligible to vote. Otherwise, the screen is blank like this. It doesn't give any message. The other condition also we need to print or we need to process it. Okay. So for that we are using another type of construct, that is our if else. Let's see it. So the next type of if statement is if else statement. That is, if the condition is true, execute the set of statements under if. If the condition is false, then the set of statements under else will be executed. Okay, so if statement tests a condition, and if the condition is true, then the set of statements under if will be executed. If that condition is not true, then the statements under if will not be executed. It will execute the statements under else. Under else statements will be there, one or more statements may be there. So that statements will be executed. So that is our if else statement. Okay. So this is the syntax for if else. If test condition, what is the condition? Like if age greater than or equal to 18, and give a colon, that is must, and after indentation, that is after 4 spaces, you can give the statements. So if the test condition is true, then it executes the set of statements under if condition. Suppose if that condition is not satisfying, then this else. Again I have given a colon, because under else also we are starting another set of instruction, and here if and else are in the same alignment, that is to the left margin it is aligned, and after else the set of statements will be executed. Okay, when we did the program to find whether you are eligible to vote or not, so that can be written like this: if age greater than or equal to 18, we can give print eligible, like this you can give. Then on the same alignment, see, if I have written here, so in the same alignment I am writing else. Suppose this is not satisfying, so what is the else? Opposite condition. Here greater than or equal to 18, so its opposite condition is less than 18. So here I am going to print you are not eligible. So you can give ineligible or not eligible. So this is if else statement. We can see more programs. Write a program to check the given number is odd or even. So what is odd and what is even? Odd number, you know that odd numbers are like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. These are odd numbers, right? Same way even numbers are, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. So what is the speciality here? See, even numbers we can divide it by 2, right? That is, all even numbers are divisible by 2, right? But what about odd numbers? It is not divisible by 2, right? So how can we check the divisibility test? When you are dividing a number, if you get a reminder, then we can say it is not completely divisible. When you are dividing a number by another number and the remainder is 0, then we can say it is completely divisible, right? For example, 22 divided by 2. Here 1 2s are 2. Then here 2, 1, 2s are 2 and 2 minus 2 you are getting 0. So that means 22 divided by 2. This is divisible, right? So what about 23 divided by 2? 23 divided by 2. Here 1 2s are 2. Then 3. Then in 3 2s 1. 2s are 2. So 3 minus 2 you are getting here 1. So here we have a remainder. So we can say 23 divided by 2. It is not completely divisible, right? So in case of odd or even, we can say if the number is completely divisible by 2, then it is an even number, and if it is not divisible by 2, then it is an odd number. So for finding out the remainder, which operator we can use? We can use the modulo operator. Okay, let's see the program. Okay, now program comment. Program to check the given number is odd or even, right? Here we have to input a number. For example, I am giving num1 equal to int input enter a number. Okay, then now we have to check whether it is odd or even. So if num1 modulus 2 equal to 0, then I am writing print. If the remainder is equal to 0, then what we have to print? We have to print the number is even. So that we can write like this, num1 comma is even. Otherwise, suppose if it is not able to divide it by 2. So then again go to the back, else give colon, then press enter. Then here what you have to give? Here num1 is odd. Okay, so let's see the output. After that I will explain the program. First save this program and run the program. Okay, so here enter a number. I am entering the number 16. Okay, what will be the output? Okay, 16 is even. You got the output. 16 is even, right? Once more, let's try with an odd number. So once more you execute the program. So it is asking enter a number. So I am entering 15. Okay, and press enter. See, it is printing 15 is odd. Okay. So here we got the number 16 is even, and 15 is odd. So here we have num1 equal to int input enter a number. For example, for num1 I am going to input 16. After that we have the next statement, if num1 modulo 2 equal to 0, that is num1 modulo 2 double equal to 0. That means num1 is 16. 16 modulo 2 equal to 0. 16 modulo 2, you know, if you are dividing 16 by 2, your remainder will be 0. Obviously, because 8 2s are 16. So here 0 equal to 0 it is checking. It evaluates to true. So it prints 16. Num1 has the value 16. So num1 is even. It prints the output like this. Okay, so next, so here num1 equal to I am giving 15. Okay, then checking if 15 modulo 2 equal to 0. What is 15 modulo 2? 15 divided by 2, 7 2s are 14. Subtracting this one, you will get the value 1. Here we have a remainder 1, right? So whether this statement will be executed? No. Here it evaluates to false, because here it is checking whether 1 double equal to 0. So this is false, right? So this portion won't be executed. The interpreter will ignore that part and it goes to the else, its opposite condition. That is, here double equal to, its opposite condition is not equal to. Yes, 1 is not equal to 0. So the else part we have print num1 is odd. That is 15 is odd. So this will be printed. Okay, let's move on to the next portion. So next we have if elif construct. Okay, so if there are multiple conditions to be checked, then we are using if elif construct. Okay, So there are multiple conditions to be checked, or there are multiple opposite conditions will be there. Then we can use this if elif construct. Okay. So let's see the syntax. See, here we are giving if condition. If the condition is true, then the set of statements under this will be executed. Suppose if this condition is not satisfying, then it will go for this elif. Elif, again another condition we are giving here. Okay, so if that condition is satisfying, this statement will be executed. This if part and all other elif part and the else part won't be executed. Okay. Suppose this if and elif are not satisfying, it will go to the third elif condition. If it is satisfying, this statement, this set of statements will be executed. All other part will be ignored by the interpreter. So how many elif conditions if you want to use in your program, you can use it. If all these conditions are not satisfying, then this else part will be executed. The set of statements will be there. And one more thing, this else is not compulsory. Even in the last condition also you can give it as elif and the condition you can write. No problem. Else is not compulsory. It is optional. So this is our if elif construct syntax. Let's see an example. So the first program, write a program to check whether a number is positive, negative or 0. Okay, so let's see. Suppose you are entering a number 25 and you want to check whether it is positive, negative or 0. You know positive numbers are always greater than 0. Then less than 0 means negative numbers. Then equal to 0 means it is 0, right? So here we have three conditions to check. So what is the first condition? 25. So we have to check whether 25 greater than 0. Yes. If it is satisfying, we have to print it is positive, right? Then it is checking 25 less than 0. If it is satisfying, it has to print negative. Then we have 25 equal to 0. If it is satisfying, it should print the value is 0, right? Checks whether 25 greater than 0. Yes, here it evaluates the value true, so this positive will be printed. Other two conditions will be ignored by the interpreter. So let's write the program. Program to check the given number is positive, negative or 0. So first you need to input a number. For example, I am giving x is equal to int input, enter the number. We need to check it whether it is positive, negative or equal to 0. So we can write if x greater than 0 colon. So we can write print x is positive. Otherwise we have else if you give, then it checks for the negative condition. It will not check for the 0. Okay. So here you have to use elif then x less than 0. X less than 0. Then here you can give print x is negative. So what is the other condition? You can give either elif or you can write else because this is the last condition. So for last condition there is no need to give elif again. If you are giving elif x double equal to 0, that is also okay, fine, no problem. So print 0. So let's save this program and run. Okay, here it is asking enter the number. So I am entering 55. So let's see the output. See, it's printing 55 is positive. Let's try with another number. So again you have to run the program. It is asking enter the number. So we can enter 0. So it prints 0. Okay. We can try with another value. And here I am going to enter minus 100. So it is printing minus 100 is negative. So here all three conditions are working properly. So let's analyze the program. So in the first example I have written x is equal to 25. So it is checking if x greater than 0, that is whether 25 greater than 0. Yes, it is satisfying, right? So it evaluates to true and it prints x is positive, that is 25 is positive. Okay, the program is over because elif and else part will not be executed because if is working there. Then we again executed the program. So that time I entered x as 0. Okay. So here first it is checking whether 0 greater than 0. No, it evaluates to false. So this print statement will be executed. No. The control in the if will go to elif. It is checking whether 0 less than 0. Is it satisfying? No. Again it evaluates to false. Print x is negative. So that will be completely ignored by the interpreter and it goes to the else part. These two conditions are not satisfying. So else means its opposite condition. So it is checking whether 0 double equal to 0. Yes. It evaluates to true. So the statement under this will be executed, that is print 0. So it gives the value 0. This way if elif execution will be taken place. Okay, so for x we can give a negative value like x is equal to minus 100. So it is checking whether minus 100 greater than 0. That is if x greater than 0. No, that is not satisfying. So the statement print x is positive will not be executed. Then it comes to elif x less than 0, that is minus 100 less than 0. Yes, it is true. It evaluates to true. So this portion will be executed. That is minus 100 is negative will be printed in the output window. So what about else? Whether else will be executed? No. So this is if elif condition. So we have another concept, that is nested if. So nested, what do you mean by nested? That is, you can have if statement inside other if statements. That is, inside one if statement you can write another if statement. So here we can see the different levels. If this condition is true, if the condition is true, then it checks for the another condition. So if this is true, then this set of statements will be executed. Okay. Suppose we are checking if this condition and it is true, then coming into the next condition, if condition is true or false. Suppose the condition is false, then this statement won't be executed. It directly goes to the else part. And if the else part is true, then the set of statements will be executed. Okay. Suppose we are checking the condition and if the condition is false, if this is not satisfying, then all these things, all these portions won't be executed. This won't be executed. If the condition is false, directly it jumps to else part. Okay, so this else part will be executed. So that is our nested if. Even in the else also we can have multiple conditions. Like this we can write if condition, then statements, else statements, like that you can write. So there are so many nested if levels are there. So hope you are clear with the concept if else, elif and nested if. So we have to do more programs using this concept. So that we are going to discuss in the next video. So in that video we will do simple if programs, if else programs, if elif programs and nested if programs. So if you have any doubts or suggestions, please feel free to comment. Thank you for watching.